Last year we got our Abyssinian kitten Conan for our Bengal cat Nova, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Not only because he relieved me of Nova's attacks and biting, but because he is the sweetest, funniest, most lovable tiny guy who introduced me to the wonderful personalities of Abyssinians. Of course, every cat has their own unique personality, so your Abby might be different than mine, but I'm gonna share my experience with Conan and talk about some of the most common traits you'll see in this breed. So if you're thinking of getting one or two, or just have a love for cats and want to learn more about the Abyssinian personality, then keep watching. The first thing I learned was just how affectionate Abyssinians are. I thought Nova was affectionate when we got her because she would cuddle up beside me, but Conan is on another level. The day we picked him up, he was immediately comfortable being held and was purring the entire time. Of course, he has moments where he's in a zoomy mood and he'll squirm out of your hands if you pick him up, but otherwise, you can pick him up at any point and he's happy to be in your arms. In fact, at least once a day, he'll come up to me and jump on me to let me know that he wants to be picked up and held. And when I'm on the toilet, he'll just come sit on my lap and hang out as long as I'm there. He also loves to nuzzle. Just me and my cat. He's literally just perched on a single arm.
Conan.
And he just butts my chin, but because I'm so allergic, his saliva makes me itchy. But like, what, I'm gonna like refuse love from my cat, from my boy? Hell no. It's so itchy. Oh my god, I'm so itchy. Love is so itchy. He will groom everyone and everything. Nova never really groomed Ezra, but Conan does, even though Ezra doesn't really like it. Ezra, it's love. Good boy, Ezra. Good boy. Good boy.
Ezra.
And he even helps clean his feet and butt every time he's back from a walk. Conan also showed his curiosity immediately. Even though he already had experience with dogs, Ezra was still a new dog and he showed no signs of fear. Cautious, yes, but very sure of himself. He wanted to be out of his carrier right away so he could explore the car, and it didn't matter whether a dog was there or not. Abyssinians are not a hide under the couch type of cat. Anytime he's in a new environment, he's eager to explore. For like the first week that we stayed at my in-laws, he pretty much just lived his own life. Nova would sleep in the basement with us, but he was nowhere to be found. Conan is really easily startled. If he doesn't see your hands and you touch him, he'll jump. Honestly, even when he knows you're right there and you touch him, he'll jump. But it's not like a jump and run away sort of thing. It's more just like a jump and resume normal business. It seems to just be his body's natural physical reaction and not at all related to being truly afraid, because this guy has no fear. New place, new environment, new animals, none of it phases him. Whatever it is, he charges forward confidently, ready to discover and explore. He's always ready to fight with the vacuum and loves to smack it around. The first time we took him outside, he started running, and the first time he meets new pets, he immediately tries to play with them.
So scary. You said it's not gonna be stressful.
Oh,
It's very
but
stressful.
dear, he wasn't doing this. Conan wasn't trying to wrestle him before. Conan's getting in there himself. He keeps going back. But Remy wants to play. He's like confused. Conan's just like coming out strong this way. Oh, yeah, but Conan's biting him too. Okay. That's too much, Conan. That's too much. You're freaking him out. I think Remy wants to play. Even after getting bopped in the head multiple times by my in-laws' cat, he still tried to play. So if you're looking for an adventure cat to explore the outdoors with, Abyssinians are a great option. Conan is also literally the most chill cat. Abyssinians are known for being pretty high energy and active, but maybe because Bengals are even more hyperactive, I don't really see this in him specifically. Nova usually wants to play more often than he does, and I've never really seen him pace around or look bored the way that Nova does from time to time. He's either sleeping, resting, observing, or playing, but he always looks content. There are definitely Abbies who are more restless and energetic, so if you're planning on getting one, I would prepare for that scenario. That's actually part of the reason why we got this breed, because it can keep up with a Bengal. Conan is very very playful and loves to play fetch, a game he taught himself because I did not even teach him. Good boy! I did not teach him this, by the way. He just always brings it back. But in terms of demeanor, Conan is pretty much not bothered by anything, and he is just the most chill guy. Abyssinians are often described to be like border collies, but Conan is definitely more like a golden retriever. He's the friendliest little guy, and I have no doubt that he would befriend any human, animal, or insect. Our friends looked after Nova and Conan while we were on a trip, but before we left, we did an overnight meet and greet sleepover to make sure that everyone would get along because they also have a cat and a dog. Conan was already grooming their cat and playing with their dog the next day. He does not have a mean bone in his body and moves through life with trust. I often say he's my spirit animal because he reminds me to lead with love. But because no being is perfect, his toxic trait is that he is a greedy gremlin when it comes to food. Food obsession does seem to be a common Abyssinian trait, and he is obsessed. He will always try to eat Nova's food and steal her treats and will be all up in your face if you're eating. Nova is a grazer, so sometimes she just leaves her food, and if you're not there to supervise, he'll just finish it.
Alright, time to finish Nova's food.
No, sir. No, sir. He always gets some. He always gets some before I take it from him. Hey, hello. That's not your food. That's not your food, little man. Stop! You already had your whole meal. Let Nova eat her own food. No! He's pushing forward. Eat. He is extremely persistent, and the way that he snatches treats out of your hand, you would think that he's a feral cat that hasn't eaten in days. No, you can't take the whole thing, Conan. You can't take the whole thing. Stop trying to take the whole thing. Yeah. Stop. He keeps trying to steal the whole thing. When we stayed with my in-laws for a while, his true sneakiness came out. He would steal bread, pastries, anything that was left out. This is why this guy has to get locked up, because he's a thief. He's a criminal.
Jail, right away.
Jail.
What about this other criminal?
Any last words, Nova?
Well, she's not being executed.
Jail. God, no!
Where are you going? Hey, Conan. Where are you going? Where are you going? Hey, that's not yours. Conan, drop it. Oh, shit. Conan, this is not yours. This is not yours. Don't purr at me.
His crime count has been increasing, and he definitely needs to be watched or locked up if there's food out. Even though he has such a big personality, Abyssinians have soft, quiet voices, and he has the babiest little meow I have ever heard. He doesn't meow often, usually only if there's treats out, if he's outside and he's excited, or if he's locked up. His loudest meows definitely come out when he's locked up, but otherwise, he's so quiet and you wouldn't even know that he's there. Even though he's a cat, Conan walks around like a little cockroach. He does not move like a cat. Slow, calm, and cautiously, he scurries about like a little bug. I know Nova is crazy athletic with her smooth, high jumps, but Conan is so derpy. He either just charges straight forward when he's chasing a string toy, or if he does try to jump, he barely ever catches his fall. Abyssinians are often called the clowns of the cat world, and this is exactly how I would describe Conan. He's playful, mischievous, endlessly entertaining. Now add unconditionally loving on top of that, and honestly, he's pretty much the perfect cat. Although some cats do well on their own, it is highly recommended to get 2 Abyssinians instead of 1, especially if you're not home all the time. If you have a Bengal like I do, they can make a great pairing. Or if you simply have an energetic, playful, and social cat, an Abby would do well with them too. I could not feel more blessed to have Conan in our lives. Our fur family definitely feels whole with him in it. I hope you learned something or could relate with your own Abby experience. They are such a bundle of joy, and I can't imagine my life without him. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.